breaking news. So this broke about a half an hour ago, but there's an update on this. A new wildfire has broken out in Runyon Canyon Park, just north of Hollywood Boulevard.
How are these fires?
Flames are engulfing 10 acres. Everywhere. They've just issued an evacuation order right now. So this is just within the past few minutes. LA Fire Department brush fire sunset fire evacuation order. They say, Hollywood Hills West, approximately 10 acres burning between Runyon Canyon and Waddles Park. A mandatory evacuation order is now in place for Laurel Canyon. Bro, I got friends who live up there, man. Yep. This is really terrifying stuff. So I hope everybody's okay. I know people who work here have family up there. This is affecting, this is going to affect millions of people.
Yep.
If you're there, get out. Listen to this, dude, get out.
Why are they just like spawning too? Like the one in Pasadena and the one in
embers are flying through the air.
Palisades.
90-mile-an-hour winds rip the embers up. They land on the ground and it goes up.
And LA is also extremely dense. Like if these flames are going to keep going and they haven't contained anything, like when will this stop? Like there needs to be rain. Like let's play this. Everyone better be praying for some rain.
On your right is a new fire. This is the Hollywood Hills.
Wow,
this is
dude,
a
holy
location
crap.
that we were given. 2350 North Solar Drive. That's between Nichols Canyon and Runyon Canyon in the Hollywood Hills. There are a number of homes surrounding that. Chris Christie, are you available to give us some information about this?
Mark, very concerning sight here in the Hollywood Hills. We're just west of Nichols Canyon, just north of Hollywood Boulevard, where a major fire has just sparked in the last 5 minutes. We were over the Pacific Palisades. We saw the glow coming from over the hill, and just in the last couple of minutes that it took us to get over here to Hollywood, this thing has exploded in size. You can see northerly winds coming through the canyon here, just west of Nichols, just east of Runyon Canyon, and you can see this is all very thick fuel that is fueling this brush fire. LA City Fire is aware of this fire. They have immediately called for the 20 closest trucks to respond out here. However, accessing this fire is going to require more than trucks. They're going to have to get a quick reaction force over here as soon as possible, or more likely LA City Fire choppers over here as soon as possible, depending on what resources are available. But this thing is blowing up before our eyes. It is a very sizable fire that is spreading rapidly. I'm going to try and get some more exact streets here. If you bear with me 1 second, Lucas. Pan over to the right. So that's Runyon Canyon Road to the right there. And if we pull out all the way so we can just put this into a frame of reference. It's just south of Mulholland Drive. And if we come all the way out, you can see due north of Bonita Avenue and Vista Street off of Hollywood Boulevard. So we're talking about 1.5 miles north of Hollywood Boulevard. Wow. That is now on fire. It appears to be all brush at this point. Do not see the closest structure just yet. However, I think there's a house or a group of homes on the north side, on the other side of this fire towards Mulholland. We can't see it through the smoke right now, but this appears to be majority brush that is fueling this right now.
Chris, I've hiked Runyon Canyon so many times. I know Mark Shirley has as well. And you mentioned the streets, Bonita and Vista. Those are all the streets that, I take to get to Runyon Canyon. I'm concerned there's a lot of homes there, a lot of apartments, and our fire resources are already stretched so thin. Are you seeing any evidence of any response yet? I know it is dark, and I know we're just starting to follow it.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of people who live right by there. That's right by Hollywood and Highland.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the spot.
Yep.
That's like, 10 blocks west of Highland? It's like
not even
west of La Brea.
It's
No, La Brea is a different area.
No, bro.
It's La Brea. Yeah, it's Hollywood and La Brea, like just northwest.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the La Brea tar pits.
Dude, Runyon's so legit. I got to do the pray for rain thing. I got to go into my weird control the
Make
weather.
it rainy.
Okay.
It's near the Chinese Theater.
Yep.
I imagine if it burns down to the road, it's going to stop.
No.
So much
all those
concrete and
buildings,
cement.
all those trees, all those
all
buildings.
the fire, the line.
Dude, there's a video of one of these buildings burning, and you're looking at metal on fire. And I'm sitting there being like, the metal frames are burning. What is burning off that? Is it magnesium or something? That's crazy.
So you think that was just a little ember that flew and then caught on fire?
Yeah, it's usually what happens.
It's
When you-
crazy.
Yep.
I mean, the
There was a
90 miles per hour.
There was a fire
right now
in Jersey when I lived in Union City, New Jersey for a while, and a fire, one building, and then 2 blocks away, a church caught on fire because Embers from the house went up into the air and then fell down and started the church on fire. Yup. 2 blocks away, and there's only 2 structures that were affected by it. Absolutely insane.
I did it during the hurricane. I focused energy to calm the wind. Like you have a magnetic field. Your body has one, and so does the earth. And lightning is magnetic. Heat is, electrons.
I don't think you want to go down this rabbit hole. Ian.
God.
Because that means when the fire started, you did nothing.
I did nothing.
You did nothing.
I've just been
It's your
enjoying.
fault.
I've been playing the bizarre. I've been playing a bunch of video games while the world
You hear
burns.
this, Phil? You hear this?
I'm looking at like the whiskeys right there, the marquee.
Oh, yeah, yup,
the comedy store, like all these places that like we played and like really really famous places in Hollywood. It's really close to that stuff, and if it does get down to the roads and stuff, I like it. It's not that there's
It's Hollywood.
concrete. Yeah,
when people talk about Hollywood, it's Hollywood and Highland. That's where the Walk of Fame is.
Yep.
It's where Jimmy Kimmel. I think he's basically right there.
He's at the El Capitan, right across the street at the El Capitan Theater.
So it's not where the big Hollywood sign is.
no, that's
But
in the woods.
when people are like, I want to go to Hollywood, like the Walk of Fame is Hollywood Boulevard, and Hollywood and Highland. It's like you got Ripley's right there. You got all the restaurants, all the little knick-knack stores.
Yeah, it's like 15 blocks away from Runyon, roughly. And then there's the Sunset Strip. Just a couple blocks south of Hollywood is Sunset.
Next one down.
I mean, I'm not sure the exact
Hollywood's
area that
burning
was
up there.
destroyed in the Palisades, but if this fire does get down into Hollywood, into the actual populated areas to where the streets are, you could see a lot of damage really really fast.
They got to be
These
getting
buildings
the
aren't.
cars. I would imagine now the fire trucks are
It's
on
in the-
Franklin, on Hollywood.
It's in the canyon right now, and you can't there's no roads that actually lead to it. I don't know how it started, but like where it is, it's like you can look at it. It's in the canyon, so if they're going to be able to get trucks to it, before it gets out of, I mean, it's already probably out of hand, I guess.
Yeah, man, it's
bad.
This is crazy.
Hey, Nick Sorter
Just
posted
north
that.
of
Thanks,
Hollywood
Nick.
Boulevard.
It's nuts.
The only way it will stop is if it rains or if somehow they figure out how to contain
What's
it.
the weather?
Show me. I want to look.
Dry. That's it.
Not raining.
Nothing. Sunny and dry for a week.
All right, we got.
I swear,
Wow,
California's got to be cursed or something.
Doomed. I mean,
Forbes.
it is the government's fault though. Like all this stuff, like fires are natural, and there's a lot of plants and stuff like that have over the course of thousands of years they've evolved to be able to survive this stuff because of the humans in this area. They don't want fires, so they do everything they can to put them out. And if you leave the fuel on the ground, it's gonna happen.
Fires are usually small.
Yep, exactly.
When we stop them and the tinder builds up, you're creating a recipe for it. Well, you're creating a literal tinder box.
Yep.
You got to manage that. You got to go to the forest floor sweeping. And Trump called them out over this. They wouldn't do it. This was years ago. It's like 2019. Trump has this thread where he's like, they're not doing the floor management. They make fun of him for it. So at a certain point, it's just like
Too late.
what can you do?
Too late to play defense when they should have been playing offense for.
Yeah.
What do you do for people who entertain and enjoy a life that leads to these things and then scream and beg for help? Like, obviously, we help them, but like, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah, like
They're gonna be recovering for a very, very long time. I mean, Maui, Hawaii. I went there a few months ago. Still completely destroyed.
Is it?
Oh yeah, they're not.
Still
decades.
nothing has been built in the main parts.
Palisades aren't going to come back for decades,
No,
if anything.
no, and
That
then
land is going to be worth nothing.
and then on top of that, all the restrictions they have just to build stuff, all the permits you have to get inside California, like cooked. They're done.
Wow.
For a while.
It's crazy.
You guys think Hollywood's cursed? California's cursed?
Oh well, I think that good men do nothing, and California's turned into this.
Like, do you think all this all this Hollywood corruption, pedophilia stuff is now coming back to like
hedonistic.
I don't
crap.
think it's supernatural. I think that when
God's coming to chastise them?
No, I don't think it's supernatural at all. When you have evil people ripping apart at the foundations for personal benefit, it falls apart. Mm-hmm. The collapse is inevitable when you have, like, Sodom and Gomorrah don't need God to smite them. They cannot sustain themselves on their own. Cities of debauchery and degeneracy will fall apart.
Also, I think one of them was built on a sulfur mine, and there you learn the hard way. If you light a match over a sulfur mine, there's a big explosion, and there goes Gomorrah or whatever the hell, one of those cities. So you build a city in the desert, and you rely on imports for water. Well, there you go. I guess they had a river.
There's just so many things they could have done just years and years ago to prevent something to this level. I mean, you can't stop all forest fires, but to this level, there needs to be something that they should have been able to do to prevent it.
Man, this is
done.
The downside of, what was that?
So there's a lot they could have done.
Yeah, the downside of voting for your candidates and having them seeking re-election is that they waste so much time trying to raise money and please people. When the upside of authoritarian governments, which is also, I don't like it, is they move very quickly. They can just get masses of slaves together, hordes of people, and command them, you're all doing this now. And if that means you're all digging out the sticks out of the woods in Southwest California, they're going to be doing it. If they're going to be building pyramids, they're going to be doing it.
California has Apple. They've got IBM. They have plenty of tax base in that state to be able to have enough funds to deal with this. They have Hollywood and they have Silicon Valley. There is ample money in taxes that California takes in. They're the 9th largest, or something like the 9th largest or 5th largest economy on Earth, bigger than like 185 of the countries on Earth. So it's not a matter of funding or whether or not
they tax more than any other state in the United States.
Exactly. So it's not a matter of they can't afford it. They absolutely can afford it. They have the tax base that they need. It's a lack of will. They don't want to. Just like I was talking.
It's force of will. They want the state to fall apart.
Well, I mean, that could be. But people have been leaving in droves. This is only going to drive more people out. People that have money that are like, Calabasas. I have a friend that I just texted, and he lives in Calabasas. City. And I was like, yo, how you doing? He's like, things are okay for now. But like, I mean, if you're up in Calabasas, right, and you're like, you're seeing this stuff happening 45 minutes away, 30 minutes away from your house, like, why are you going to stay? There's a lot of people that are just going to be like, I'm getting out of here, man. I'll sell my house, and they might sell it for a loss. They probably have multiple other homes, but getting out of there is probably going to be on the radar of a lot more people because that's already been happening. This kind of tragedy, this kind of disaster that could have been prevented. There are smart people in those houses that are going to be like, man, it's time to beat it because I can't insure my home anymore.
We didn't get into the story, but we'll talk about this in the members only when someone tweeted, James Woods' home is burning. It's karma. Keith Olbermann was basically saying good and cheering for this. I'm telling you, these people are evil. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.